I want some lovey-dovey. I don't want Facebook love, baby love.
Right now we have a new single out there. It's on the internet, Sexy Thing. Go get it. You can even follow me on Twitter, NEJI, at NEJI. Follow me there, and you can even download it there too. Download it on Facebook. It's on notjustok.com. It's titled Sexy Thing. Well, it's a build up towards the release of our album eventually. After Sexy Thing, we have another song coming up. I'm not going to tell you the title, but just a few minutes ago I played it to a few people, and they said it was hot. So we have this build up to an eventual release of the album. So that's what we're doing 2014. The album will not be dropping 2014 though. We're looking at early to like mid 2015 to drop the album.
Like we used to do, face to face, yeah. All our conversation.
Sexy Thing is a feel-good song. It's a song that's supposed to encourage us to be romantic, because we've been accused, or we have been accusing ourselves of not being romantic enough as blacks, as Nigerians, as Africans. So Sexy Thing is supposed to encourage you to let yourself go, feel free without your love, that's your wife, your spouse, your girlfriend, your lover. Feel free and be very expressive. We should learn to be expressive. This is just to encourage ourselves to learn to be expressive of the way we feel towards each other. So there's nothing wrong if you tell your babe or your wife that, honey, you look sexy today, you look hot today. So it's just a feel-good song that's supposed to encourage us to let ourselves go and enjoy our relationship more.
So wrong, I'm not ashamed to confess that this is where you belong.
Well, right now I have a script that was sent to me by a friend of mine. I'm going through it. So I'm sure by God's grace I'll be doing that movie shortly. And I got a call too from another producer. So it's likely that I might do a couple of movies this year, begins next year. I'll be venturing more into acting, because I actually love acting. It's just that I do not like playing myself in movies. If you come and ask me to come and play a musician, it doesn't sound very challenging. But if you ask me to play a role outside what I do, that is challenging. So that's what I like. Back in the days, I had so many opportunities to act. What everybody was asking me to come and act as part of the musician, I just felt it wasn't challenging. But I'll be doing some more movies as time goes on.
Change our ways. Can I touch your body? Touch your body. Hold your body. Hold your body. Feel your body. Feel your body. Smell your body. Smell your body.
I guess it's just God's gift upon my life that I'm able to do different genres of music. But primarily, I do high life. Yes, every now and then probably you hear me do a song that has a reggae touch, that has a pop touch, that has an R&B touch. It's just because of my versatility. But predominantly, I do high life because high life really connects with people more, because high life is not just music, it is our life. You understand? It's our lifestyle, and that's why I do high life more. I'm more at home with it. Even though I venture because I'm a creative person. The influences are plenty. I listen to all kinds of music, from jazz to R&B to hip hop to rock to juju to Fuji to Akbala. I listen to everything. Traditional music, I listen to everything. So that's why sometimes I'm inspired along those lines. But predominantly, I do high life because I think it connects more with the people.
It's flavor from the Lord. You found the harmony to the song you sing. You can do anything you wanna go.
What makes me tick is God and everything God has put inside of me. That's what makes me tick. I just live my life according to how God has created me to live my life. I believe every man and woman was created for a reason, for a purpose. Once you're in your place of purpose, your life will be thick. So I think I'm in my place of purpose, and that's why my life is thick. I do not stress myself. I don't kill myself to do the things I do. I enjoy doing the things I do. The inspiration comes easily. I do not have to kill myself for it to come. No, it just comes because I believe I'm in my place. And by the grace of God, everything I do is making some little impact, in society, in the lives of people. So my life is thick, and I'm grateful to God for that. When I'm not working, sometimes I can just sit and think about things, ponder about things. Sometimes I watch television, sometimes I go out, not too frequently to club, once in a while I go out. Sometimes I just want to drive around, and everything eventually, it's very interesting because everything still brings me back to the same point. Because even when I do all these things, I unwind, most of the time it ends up in an inspiration to do a song. So I just discovered that everything I do somehow is connected back to, my calling. That's music.
So don't take a smile away.
Life is a balancing act. Everything we do, we just try to balance everything. So you have your career, you have your family. You're trying to make sure one doesn't suffer. You're trying to make sure you give them both enough attention so they can thrive. So I just try and balance them somehow. Thankfully, my family, they all love music. So it's not something alien or strange to them. So they help me too in this act of balancing. They're very supportive, they're very understanding. Even when I have to travel for gigs, for shows, my family is very understanding. So they help me in balancing my career properly. Interestingly, my kids, even my wife, they have done backups for me in the studio. My entire family can sing. My kids can sing. My first daughter plays the guitar. The second one plays the keyboard. They all sing very well. You need to hear them do harmonies. You'll be shocked. I did a commercial recently where my kids and my wife sang backup vocals on that commercial. It's on TV already. I don't want to mention it. So I do not know if my kids, if any one of them, will take after me. But I know they have the gift to sing. Having the gift to sing and taking it up as a vocation, as a career, are two different things. But if any one of them decides to want to sing in future, of course I will support them. Five years from now, what I really hope for is that we grow from where we are now to an elevated position. Because where we are today isn't where we used to be in the music industry. There's been some level of progress. So I hope that the progress will be continuous. That 5 years from now we'll be far ahead of where we are. 5 years from now, we're making even better music than we're making today. 5 years from now, every artist, every creative mind will find a place in the industry. Music has different segments. You have people who write, you have people who play, you have people who compose, you have people who sing. I hope that the industry will be able to accommodate everybody. It will grow bigger and it will grow better. That is my hope. That 5 years from now, things will be much better organized. Right now, we do not really have solid structures on the ground. I'm hoping that 5 years from now, we have solid structures on the ground. You know how things are. Physical distribution is dwindling. I don't know if it's going into extinction. You know, more things are happening online. 5 years from now, I hope you'll be able to download my song on the internet and pay for it. Not like most people are downloading it for free today. You know, you can download it and you pay for it. I make money so that I can make more music. You understand? So I'm hoping that things will get better 5 years from now, better organized, better for everyone, all the practitioners, all the stakeholders, you know, even for those also who patronize us, that 5 years from now things will be better for everyone.
Whiskey, 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 carry me go. Story, story.
Oh, I like the way you they do, baby. Oh, carry me go your river. The way you dey swanga, you sexy thing. The way you dey the color, you sexy thing. You sexy thing.